Was that 30, Bria?
Yes.
Okay, 30.
30 seconds.
All right.
So I can't speak to Elena, and it's really frustrating.
Get ready to track red.
15.
15? Wait, what's... Do we need to do 5 right now? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, track red, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it.
First at 5, from the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Track the anchors, rolling A.
Breaking news, nearly 2 years since being arrested after the Richard Spencer event, Tyler Tenbrink has been sentenced up to 15 years in prison.
Dissolve.
Tyler Tenbrink's guilty plea to attempted murder is our top story tonight. I'm Zach Oliveri.
I'm Sky LeBron. WUFT's Henry Coburn is at the courthouse for the sentencing.
Roll B, take.
Outside of the Alachua County Courthouse, where Tyler Tenbrink was sentenced to a minimum of 15 years in prison. Inside the courthouse, you could hear a pin drop. It was also a very short proceeding from the time Tyler Tenbrink set foot inside the courtroom until the time his sentence was handed down was a total of about 15 minutes. Nearly 2 years ago, Tenbrink and 2 accomplices reportedly fired shots at a group of counter-protesters after a rally held by white nationalist Richard Spencer on the University of Florida campus. Tenbrink asked that he could serve his sentence in Texas so that he could be closer to family and to his children. However, the judge said that would be an issue to decide between the Florida Department of Corrections and the Texas Department of Corrections.
Get ready to track Sky.
For now, reporting from the Alachua County Courthouse, I'm Henry Coburn, WUFT News.
Dissolve font 2.
Throughout the week, our news team will bring you continuing coverage of Tenbrink's case. For updates, follow WUFT News on social media and online at WUFT.org.
Also developing today, the homicide investigation into a body found near Micanopy.
Investigators have now identified the man whose body may have been hidden near a roadway days or even weeks ago. Today, Quan McWill spoke with someone who knew the victim and his family.
Squeeze router 1.
Investigators have identified a man, 20-year-old Danny Schweitzer from Gilchrist County. His family didn't want to speak on camera today, but a neighbor told me Danny was a good kid and everyone wants to see justice for the family.
He's always been friendly. He'll come over, talk. You know, he even would hang out with my daughters when they were living here before they moved out.
A neighbor of Sean and Michelle Schweitzer remembers their son Danny. Her children went through Trenton High School, as did Danny Schweitzer. When she visited the family today, she could tell Danny's younger siblings were taking the news hard.
Well, when I walked in the door, he said, "Danny's dead." And I said, "I know, baby." I said, "You don't have to say it that way." I said, "I know." And then that's when his grandmother come over and she hugged my neck.
The Alachua County Sheriff's Office say Danny was reported missing 3 weeks ago. They were able to identify the body through a transaction at a local pawn shop where Danny provided his fingerprint. The community hopes the case can be solved.
To put somebody on the side of the road like that, or in the woods, or wherever, is this person even human?
Drop there first, take.
There's an $8,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of a suspect. You can call Crime Stoppers or the Sheriff's Office. Reporting live from the newsroom, Quan McWill, WUFT News.
Track Sky, take.
Before he heads to prison, Michael Cohen is telling Congress how much he now regrets his years of being a lawyer and fix-it man for Donald Trump. Cohen says Trump was well aware of the hush money he handled and his lies to downplay interest in a Trump tower in Moscow. Cohen believes Roger Stone tipped off Trump about WikiLeaks dumping hacked emails, but he couldn't connect enough dots to say the campaign had any collusion. Cohen also made it clear how he now feels about Trump personally.
I am ashamed because I know what Mr. Trump is.
Lose it, ready, camera 3.
He is a racist, he is a con man,
track the anchors,
and he is a cheat.
Other committees are hearing from Cohen in closed session. Republicans on the Oversight Committee say this was a sham for Democrats to get the ball rolling on impeachment.
You know, Sky, it's been a wet afternoon across north central Florida.
I mean, I'm just wondering if it's going to impact tonight's baseball game at UF. WUFT's Justin Rivas joins us now from the Weather Center with a look at the radar. Justin?
Well, Zach and Sky, we should have clear skies tonight. for the baseball game, but we are still watching a few areas here in North Central Florida that have some showers still moving through. We are towards northwest Clay County, just outside of Bradford County. Before we even start, the showers are over, but just north and east of Stark, you will still see a few more showers, mostly scattered and light, not the heavier stuff you were seeing earlier. And then the other area of interest we are looking at is farther south, down in eastern Marion County, moving its way into Putnam County. You are going to see some heavy showers for those of you in southern Putnam County, but the clouds tonight should keep temperatures pretty consistent as we move through, and the showers should be ending by midnight tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Justin. 35 new jobs have been filed, replacing positions left vacant after Alachua County terminated its prison labor agreement.
It all happened today through a recruitment event put on by the county. WUFT's Elena Wilson was there, where she talked to some people who might be filling those job openings.
The front room where people were filling out these job applications was packed. I saw around 80 people arrive with resumes in hand ready to apply for multiple jobs. Even though the event went on until 2 this afternoon, most of the positions were filled by 11 a.m. Alachua County job seekers are hopeful after they applied to not just one, but multiple jobs today. In total, 35 jobs are being offered by the county.
And then the Board of County Commissioners just this past January 22nd made a decision to stop using the Department of Correction labor inmates, and which meant that we had 20 new labor positions open up that day.
These positions vary from labor workers to a senior engineer. There is even an opportunity for paid engineering internships. Rakeem Wiggins was one of the first people to walk through the doors this morning. After finishing his applications, Wiggins was sent through 2 waiting rooms before his big interview.
I felt kind of antsy in that waiting room, and then when I got in this one, I was kind of calm because I was like, okay, I'm one of the first guys. I was early, so I was kind of excited at the same time.
Afterwards, Wiggins turned the corner to the final step. He got the job.
Actually, this will be my main gig, and then my other job is actually my side gig.
While Wiggins came looking for a second job, others like Edward Gordon came looking for long-term positions.
I think they're gonna like what I have to say, what I have to tell them. I think I'm gonna get hired on today.
And that he did.
Just a little bit. Yep, that's good. Hold.
35 jobs now filled by those who say it came at just the right time. And then how did you feel when you walked around this corner, especially when they rang that bell?
Oh, I felt great.
Those who receive jobs are conditionally hired. They are expected to take drug tests and report the results to the employer. If any conditional hires fail, the other applicants who were present at the event will receive a call.
Gainesville City Commission candidates share their visions and ideas with the community. The Community Coalition for Older Adults held today's forum at the Senior Recreation Center at Northside Park. Candidates for the mayoral and city commission District 4 races attended the forum. The candidates discussed issues like affordable housing, education, and future growth. Incumbent Mayor Lauren Poe says it's important to bring information to older citizens of the city.
These are our most seasoned citizens. They have the most life experience and greatest perspective on a changing community.
The Community Coalition for Older Adults hosts a forum each election cycle. Gainesville voters head to the polls March 19th.
The designs for parks, trails, and other public spaces in Gainesville are in the hands of the people who enjoy them the most. Gainesville residents can take part in open house sessions to give their own feedback. WFT's Tessa Bentulin attended one today and joins us now from the newsroom.
The city is counting on the speedway to help shape how special tax dollars will be spent. Many people express their personal thoughts on some designs for future parks.
From the parks to the trails, small but important additions are in the works with the help of Gainesville residents. City architect Sarit Sella says these open houses are designed to help define the unique character of Gainesville's park system down to the details.
The bike rack, trash receptacle, the bench.
During the interactive meeting, people were able to put stickers on the designs they liked and write a note if they wanted something that wasn't shown on a poster.
And I think it's important that people express their opinions and be a part of it as best they can.
Bill Berger has lived in Gainesville for 10 years and says,
your park systems reflect on community standards and community thoughts.
Simple designs like the shade sails at Depot Park. or the new trail connection into the park are just some ways community input can really improve a public space.
Stella says all those small details together create a memorable time for visitors.
It is important that we use the public input to create a holistic experience.
Sophia Corrigetto is a sophomore at the University of Florida and is happy she gets to be part of it all.
Being that my background is in urban planning, I really appreciate these efforts to get it to the community and ask for design input.
The improvements are possible because of the local sales tax for wild spaces and public places.
Another meeting is being held right now at the Depot building and is going on until 6:30 p.m. Reporting live from the newsroom, Tessa Bentulin, WUFT News.
An artistic celebration of Cuban life is back in Gainesville for the second year.
Kylie Atkins joins us now with another reason to visit the Cade Museum.
It's hosting an exhibit that's a unique part of Bua Cubana.
Lose the anchors, mics.
When this exhibit opens inside the Cade, you'll find unique and meaningful everyday artifacts. And outside, you're sure to notice something even more dramatic.
Yes. Bringing the expo here represents us paying homage to Cuba and all its inventors, which is basically every person. That's why the name of the exposition is Cuba Ingenuity, the artistry of the everyday inventor.
On the second floor of the Cade Museum, items from Cuban life are on display.
Everyone, everybody has to create, has to invent.
Many were recycled or repurposed as a means of survival. From toys to stoves, Cubans reprocessed the materials due to a lack of resources.
Nothing gets thrown away in Cuba. It's probably one of the biggest recycling places in the world because no one throws anything away. What someone throws away, someone will pick it up and they'll implement it in some tool or some function in their life.
During Randy Batista's several trips to Cuba, he gathered this collection. Cade Museum co-founder Phoebe Cade Miles says this is an example of human nature.
These are classic examples of necessity is the mother of invention.
This piece of art symbolizes the Cuban flight. One of the largest pieces in the exhibit is a 1950s Chrysler. An artist has added wings to symbolize escaping the hardships.
And to me, this show just, it's a nanosecond
track Kylie. Track
of the reality.
Track Kylie. Take.
The exhibit will open to the public on March 10th. The Chrysler will be outside the Cade Museum until June 21st.
Roll your next swipe. Track the anchors.
Coming up next, local middle
Both
school
of them. And tease music.
gift of reading with others. We'll have that story and more on with Education News after the break.
Weather. Flash. Ready black.
Weather.
Pack your meeting, your evening.
Okay. Bump the music, and we'll go to black and silence in 3, 2, 1. Dissolve black and silence. Okay, sorry.
2:30.